Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll once again be discussing the latest information surrounding an upcoming Honkai starrail character. As usual, all the information we'll be covering comes from credible sources. Alright, in the previous video, we comprehensively discussed Pearl's full kit from the 4.6v1 beta. What do you guys think about Pearl's performance? Is she overpowered, or is she just average? If you haven't watched that video yet, I highly recommend checking it out first. This time, we'll be talking about one of the most anticipated characters in Plan Arcadia, NIHILUX. So, without wasting any more time, let's get straight into the discussion. Yes, we have only just entered the 4.6v1 beta, and some extremely surprising information about NIHILUX has already surfaced, her full kit. And that's not all. A few hours ago, information about the full kit of Finality Trailblazer also appeared. We're still only in beta v1, yet so much information has already dropped at once. However, today's focus will be NIHILUX. We'll probably discuss Finality Trailblazer in the next video. So, let's begin. This information comes from DIM. In their post, they included an important note. This is heavily subject to change as it is currently in active development. So, don't take this information as 100% confirmed, because there is still a very high chance that things could change in the future. Alright, NIHILUX is a quantum character who follows the path of Elation. Starting with her basic attack, NIHILUX deals quantum damage to one designated enemy and gains X wish points. Next, her skill is a support-oriented ability. NIHILUX grants Lingure to one designated ally other than herself, stacking up to X times. She then immediately launches her additional attack and gains X wish points. Each stack of Lingure increases the target's elation damage by X%. Lingure only takes effect on the most recent target of NIHILUX's skill. When the character with Lingure uses an ability, they gain X stacks of Lingure. Once Lingure reaches X stacks, NIHILUX launches another additional attack. And there's actually an interesting detail regarding Lingure. This information comes from HXG. Apparently, Lingure refers to EMANATORS in Chinese. So, from a gameplay perspective, NIHILUX is basically turning one of our allies into her emanator. That's actually a pretty interesting concept, and honestly, it makes a lot of sense. Next, we have her additional attack. NIHILUX inflicts all enemies with a state that increases the elation damage they take by X%, lasting for X turns. She then deals X% quantum elation damage to all enemies, gains X punchline points, and gains X wish points. Moving on to her ultimate. NIHILUX gains X punchline points and increases the elation of all allies by X% for X turns. So, just like her skill, NIHILUX's normal ultimate is also support-oriented and doesn't deal any damage. However, NIHILUX apparently doesn't have just one ultimate, she has two. A normal ultimate and an enhanced ultimate, similar to Blade. For her enhanced ultimate, NIHILUX consumes X wish points and gains X punchline points. She then deals X% quantum elation damage to all enemies, followed by X instances of quantum elation damage to one random enemy. Next, let's move on to her talent. While NIHILUX is on the field, AHA Space SPD is determined by NIHILUX's SPD instead. NIHILUX will tally the non-true damage dealt by ally targets during the current AHA instant, and when an AHA instant ends, if punchline points were consumed, she gains X% of the consumed punchline points as certified banger. Overflow damage will not be tallied. After using an ability, if NIHILUX has X or more wish points, her ultimate becomes enhanced. There is also some additional information from Seal Leaks regarding this talent. They reportedly found the following information in the game files. While NIHILUX is on the field, AHA gets replaced by NIHILUX. So, instead of an AHA instant, it becomes a NIHILUX instant. And when NIHILUX takes action, NIHILUX instant triggers, causing all Elation allies to unleash a special Elation skill once. Honestly, this is where things become quite confusing. Because it would sound incredibly overpowered if NIHILUX Instant could continuously trigger every single time NIHILUX takes action. Or perhaps the special Elation skill triggered during NIHILUX Instant is different from the regular Elation skills that current characters have. At this point, the exact mechanic is still unclear. Next, we have NIHILUX's Elation skill. NIHILUX deals X% quantum elation damage to all enemies. She then deals true damage equal to X% of the current tally recorded by her talent, distributed evenly across all enemies, and gains X wish points. Moving on to her technique, which I personally find quite interesting. When entering battle, AHA immediately gains one extra turn where a fixed amount of X punchline points is taken into account. This turn does not consume punchline points. So basically, NIHILUX's technique grants an extra AHA instant. When the battle begins, an additional AHA instant will immediately trigger. This could be especially useful for Silver Wolf 999 because it could help speed up her MMR generation at the beginning of battle. While Yaoguang needs to use her ultimate to gain an extra AHA instant, NIHILUX can apparently achieve something similar simply by using her technique, although it only happens once when entering battle. Next, let's move on to NIHILUX's traces. For her first trace, when punchline points are gained, for every X points gained at once, NIHILUX gains X points of certified banger, up to a maximum of X per turn. Her second trace, NIHILUX gains X wish points at the start of combat. And her third trace, when SPD is X or higher, NIHILUX increases her elation by X% and additionally increases AHA space SPD by X%. Unfortunately, there is still no information available regarding all 6 of NIHILUX's eidolons. And that's everything we currently know about NIHILUX's full kit. If we look at her entire kit, NIHILUX can be considered a support character, but she isn't a pure support. She can also deal damage, similar to Yaoguang. She can buff her allies, increase elation damage, apply vulnerability debuffs to enemies, and still deal respectable personal damage through her additional attack, elation skill, and enhanced ultimate. However, the most interesting part for me isn't just how much damage or how many buffs she can provide. It's how this entire kit represents NIHILUX as an Aeon. The fact that AHA can apparently be replaced by NIHILUX, turning AHA Instant into NIHILUX Instant, is already incredibly unique. And then there's the fact that NIHILUX can turn her chosen ally into Lingure, or essentially her own emanator. Those mechanics make her feel like something much bigger than a normal playable character. But once again, this information is still extremely early, so take everything with a grain of salt. What do you guys think about NIHILUX's full kit? Does this match what you imagined for our first playable Aeon? Or do you think her kit still feels too standard and doesn't fully represent the godlike nature of an Aeon? Feel free to share your opinions, analysis, and thoughts in the comments below. Your discussions always make these topics much more interesting and informative. Also, don't forget to share this video with your fellow Honkai starrail players. Your support through likes and subscriptions means a lot and helps this channel continue creating informative content in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next discussion.